this, and that produces this level of hope inside of them that their partner is going to change. Produces a level of hope of thinking, what happened to you to make you wake up? Maybe I can do something to wake up my partner. Maybe I can do something to have him understand and become like you. Have him actually have this realization so that he no longer is abusive. He no longer is aggressive. He no longer is an asshole to me. And the problem with some of my content, some of the stuff that I put out there, is it produces sometimes this piece of fake hope. Hope that you're looking at and thinking that your partner is going to do the same exact thing. Here's the thing we need to talk about. First off, before we talk about the 3 things that he needs to be doing, first off is we need to take a look and understand that the more you waste time waiting for him to change, watching for him to be different, hoping and praying that something's going to be different, the more you lose out on you healing. It's like you're watching a pot that's boiling and you're forgetting that you have a life. And what it does is it produces all of this time and effort that you've wasted waiting for something to happen that's never going to happen. Because while you're watching this pot to boil, the burner has never been turned on. And so nothing is actually going to happen, but you think it will, and so you keep watching. While at the same time, you keep losing time, hours, moments, experiences with yourself, with other people that you never will get back simply because you're wasting so much time waiting for him to change and wondering, maybe it's going to happen, maybe today, maybe today, maybe today. And as a result, you lose. That's it. As a result, you lose because you waste your time and your effort waiting for someone to change, and he never does. So what if we took a moment and we stopped waiting for him to change and we started focusing on the one person that actually can change in this moment, and that's you? If a guy in your life is not doing these 3 things, you need to leave. If he's not working on being honest consistently, like he's showing up and he's being honest to you, and not just honest about where he's going, what he's doing, who he's with, but like honest inside of what is he actually thinking? What is actually going on? What is actually happening? And not just honest with you, but honest with himself. It's one thing to be honest with you, but if he's not honest with himself, nothing's going to shift and nothing's going to change. One of the biggest problems that men have inside of society in general is that they're liars. Liars to other people, stuffing and hiding down their emotions, but also liars to themselves. Not telling the truth about what they're actually feeling and living an inauthentic life. And as a result, nothing changes with lies. So if he's not being honest, you're screwed. And the second piece is if he's not being vulnerable. Now, when we're talking about vulnerable, I'm talking about honesty 2.0. It's not just he's telling you that the truth about what's happening, what's going on, but it's actually developing an emotional intimacy. It's trying to dive in a whole deeper level of active listening, of looking and acting and listening to you throughout the day to figure out what are you actually thinking, what's actually going on. It's developing emotional connection. It's working on, hey, this is how I'm feeling. This is what's going through my head. This is what I'm struggling with today. A different level of just being honest to himself, taking it to a second level. Making sure that the vulnerability piece is a piece that he's tapping into. If he's not willing to be honest, nothing's going to change. If he's not willing to be vulnerable, there's no connection. And the third thing is the consistency to change. The consistency in the growth and development. Consistency in him trying and working on himself. Here's this piece. If he's not working on growing himself, you need to leave. If he just wants to get into couples counseling because we have communication problems, you probably need to leave. Simply because the guy in your life is going to be more focused on trying to figure out how can he spread the blame versus actually deal with his own shit. How can he spread the blame onto you versus actually working through the things that he needs to work through? Now here's the thing. I'm not on this channel to provide false hope, which means I'm not on here to be able to say, hey, look, I've changed, therefore your narcissist can change. Now, can a narcissist change? 100%. Anyone can. If they're willing to actually be honest, vulnerable, and show consistent change and continue to work on this growth piece. The problem is you're going to sell out all of your time, energy, life, and soul towards this guy waiting for him to change. Here's the kicker. You're waiting for this guy to change, and you're wondering, can a narcissist change? Let me ask you the real question. Can you heal? That's it. Can you heal? Because right now you're spending so much time, so much energy, so much focus on him Can you fix him? Can you make it better? Can you wake him up? Can you figure out the secret potion that magically makes him be an honest person, instead of actually looking at what can you actually do to heal yourself? Here's the piece I want you to understand, because everybody wants this. Everybody wants the magic potion to wake a narcissist up. People ask me all the time, what did your wife do? What did your wife do to wake you up? What did she say? What happened? She didn't say anything to wake me up. I didn't care. I didn't respect her. I didn't want to listen to her. Because the narcissist in your life doesn't give a crap about you, he's not going to listen to anything you have to say. Do you want to know the biggest thing that helped wake me up? My wife left and she healed herself. That's it. So instead of wondering, can he heal? Can he change? Can he develop? Yeah, but is he willing to? Because if he's not being honest, if he's not working on his emotional vulnerability, if he's not working on consistent growth and change and develop for himself, you need to leave. Otherwise, you're hoping on to a pipe dream, thinking that it's going to get better, wondering if it's going to get better, and instead you're looking and wondering instead of actually looking at you. How can you heal? How can you grow? How can you grow and develop who you are? The piece inside of everything that I do is not just to give false hope, thinking that your narcissist can change. It's to provide hope to say, hey, if I can work on myself and I can grow and develop to be who I am today versus who I used to be, that means you can heal. That means you're not a lost cause just because of what he did or what he told you. That means you're not a lost cause just because you feel broken, used, and abused. That means you're not a lost cause. It means you actually have the ability to grow, shift, and change yourself massively. The question is, will you? Or will you spend a ton of time waiting, hoping, and praying that this guy's going to change, wishing that you had the magic potion to figure it out, versus spending time on the one person that can change right here, right now, which is you? If you're at this place that you actually want to change, you, not waiting around, not hoping and praying, thinking that maybe something's going to shift and happen, not being a victim to if he does change, if he doesn't change, but instead taking charge of your life and healing you, then I'm calling you forward now. The challenge that I have for you is to step into Survivor to Thriver. An option for you to be able to move one step at a time through a step-by-step process that I've walked hundreds of women through to break free mentally and emotionally from the narcissist. Whether you're in or whether you're out of the relationship, does not matter. Because you have to focus on your healing. If you do not focus on your healing, nothing shifts, nothing changes, and you stay victim to waiting forever if he's magically going to figure it out. Right here and right now, I need you to understand. If you're wasting time asking the question, will he heal? Ask yourself right now, will you? Now's the opportunity, and now's the chance for you to stop waiting for him to change and actually do something about your healing. I want you to go to rawmotivations.com/survivor. This is the next step for you. Or you can comment down below Survivor and I'll send you the link. It's an option to be able to work with me 6 weeks, 6 group coaching calls, 30 different lessons, broken down into multiple different benchmarks, helping you actually see a step-by-step process that hundreds of women walk through to break the trauma bond, to eradicate the triggers, to no longer have him in their heads. No more rumination, no more intrusive thoughts, but finally having freedom. No more wondering if he's going to change, shift, and develop, but instead, they're actually seeing real shifts and real changes inside of their life right here, right now. The first step is huge. But I'm calling you to take the first step and to stop waiting for him and start healing for you. So comment Survivor down below or go to rawmotivations.com/survivor to start working with me today. So you can see that this process of me growing and developing myself can be 100% what happens in your life. Stop wasting time looking for him. Start healing you. Y'all have a blessed